Welcome. This is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I am super excited you're here with me today. This might be the most organized YouTube live that I've ever done, so hang on to your britches. All right. So a couple of housekeeping notes before I get started with today's project. I just wanted to let you know that I usually don't ever respond to comments or interact with comments until the end of my project because I'm just not capable of doing them at the same time. So if I am not answering your question, just know I will at the end of the live. A few other things. A new host code is available for September. So when you place an order of $40 or more using the host code listed here, which is also in the description of this video, you will receive these adhesive backed sequin gems from me. These are so beautiful. They're in the holiday catalog and you will get these free in the beginning of October. I mail everything at once at the end of the month after the host code closes. So you won't receive it until after the host code closes, but this is your free gift for the month of September when you place an online order only of $40 or more with me, okay? So I wanted to show you that. Stampin' Up! Has a really awesome thing coming out on September 1st called Perfect Partners. I thought I printed a better printout of this, but I guess I didn't. Basically, they're releasing a bunch of dies that already coordinate with some of the stamp sets that we have. If you don't already own these stamp sets, you're going to be able to purchase them in a bundle at a 10% discount. I will have more information about this on my blog on September 1st, but I just wanted to let you know that this is happening on September 1st, so keep that in mind. And then today we are going to be creating a flat fold box card. I draw up every month. I create a inspiration calendar, and this calendar is free to anybody who is subscribed to my email list. So in the description box below this video, at the very, very bottom, there is something that says get my emails. If you click on that link, you can subscribe to my email list and then confirm your subscription, and you will get this in your email every single month. This is September's, which has been emailed out already, but don't worry, it's going to get emailed out again, and you will get access when you sign up and confirm your email, okay? All right, so that's those. And then I want to just do a quick reminder that Celebration ends tomorrow. Last day tomorrow to get free gifts with any order of $50 or $100. So there's different price points for different items, but I wanted you to be aware of that. There's some items that have been sold out. They are no longer available, but tomorrow is the last day for Celebration. All right, let's make our project. So today's project is a flat top box card. Now I have this free project sheet tutorial type thing over on my blog, and it's going to give you the paper pieces that you need and very basic instructions. This is not what I call a PDF tutorial because I have a video for you showing you the PDF tutorial, right? So this is just a kind of a very basic, here's your basic ideas and concepts to make this card, okay? Measurements, score lines, things like that. All right, so let's get started on making this project. We're gonna start with the scoring. If you wanna join me, if you're in a place where you could join in, let me show you this first. This is what we're making. So this is gonna slide off just like this, and then it opens up and it's a box. Now, you obviously have to put flat items in here. So a gift card, cash, you could put little tea bags with something else, anything that would be flat. A couple of flat candies might fit in here, like those Ghirardelli square chocolates. Those would fit in here. And you'll be able to then send it as a card. And when they open it, it's a surprise. Now there is a way to have pop-ups inside here so that there's like a little pop-up element, but we're not going to go over that just yet today. We might, if we have time, we might get to it. Okay, so then you just put this back on, slide it back over, and it is a card. And this does measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when it's folded down. So this will fit in a regular A2 size envelope. It's actually 4 by 5 1/2. Sorry, 4 by 5 1/2 when it's folded flat. Okay, so it will fit in a regular envelope. So we're going to make this card together. If you want to join me and make it along with me, or you know, whatever, grab any color cardstock. You can just learn how to make the measurements. Okay, so you need an 8 1/2 by 10 inch piece of cardstock. So here is my cutting diagram and scoring diagram. So I'm going to refer back to this, but we're going to start with this piece here. And we're going to score on the 10-inch side, or the landscape side, at 2 inches, 3 1/2, 6 1/2, and 8. Now I'm using my Stampin' Up trimmer. This is a paper trimmer from Stampin' Up, and it has this awesome scoring blade. But if you have a trimmer that doesn't have a scoring blade, you can use a bone folder or a stylus to score that way. Then we are going to turn this cardstock, and we are going to score at 1 1/2 inches and flip it all the way around and score at 1 1/2 inches on the other side. So we're doing 1 1/2 and 1 1/2. All right, I'm gonna put this away for a minute, and we're gonna do some cutting. So you're gonna need a nice sharp pair of scissors. I love Stampin' Up's paper snips, and I have this cute little charm on mine so that if I go places with these scissors, I always know they're mine. And I'm gonna go ahead and fold on these score lines just so you guys can see where I'm cutting a little bit better, but it's not necessary to fold on them, okay? All right, so here, I'm gonna fold just so you can see the lines. Okay, so here, there's one score line and a second score line. You're going to cut in on each corner all the way to that second score line. It's the last score line on this side of the paper. If you were to cut all the way across, you'd be going on to the other side. Then you're gonna turn your paper and you're gonna cut about a 1/2 inch, give or take, maybe 3/8 of an inch, away from this score line here, okay? So you end up with this little tabby. And then we're just gonna do that on all 4 corners. So we're just cutting in all the way to the second score line, and then cutting away the excess. And then we have one more. And I do have another sample of this same card to show you guys at the end of the video. So you're gonna wanna make sure you stick around so you can see that other sample. Now we're gonna go in and we're just going to snip the corners off of each of these tabs. So I'm just at a diagonal, trimming and all this does is it makes these tabs easier to fold and glue together. All right. So when you're finished, you should have a piece that looks like this, okay? Now, the next step is to grab a pencil and a ruler. I love my T-square ruler. If you need a T-square ruler, you can get them on Amazon. I have a link below my video in the description box that will link you right over to my Amazon store. So if you are interested in that, you can go there. All right, we're gonna fold in on the tab or back, whichever you prefer. You can fold in or you can fold back, doesn't matter. And we're gonna measure from the fold to 1.5 inches and make a little pencil mark. Okay, you gotta make sure you fold this in though. You don't wanna measure from here, you wanna measure from that score line. And then we're gonna repeat the process right here, down at the bottom. So we're going in to 1.5 inches and making a mark. Now we're gonna take your pick that has the stylus at the end. I love this tool. It's only $10, I believe. And it's got the stylus on each end, or 2 different size stylus, this bigger end and smaller end. And then it also comes with this attachment. I have 2 that has the spatula end and the pokey tool end. And then you've got the sticky end here for picking up things. I love this thing. Okay, so we're gonna score. It's a great add-on. From this corner to your pencil mark, okay? And we're gonna do that on both sides in both directions. We're basically making a little triangle. Okay. I can't wait to show you. Not only am I gonna show you how to do this as a card, but I'm also gonna show you how to do this as a box. So you're gonna wanna hang around to see this. So we're going from the corner to the pencil mark. And if you're watching this on replay, you can always go back later, watch this again, rerun this, pause it, whatever you need to do to make sure you get all your pieces, parts right, okay? All right, now, the next step is the folding. So we're gonna fold these down, fold them back on their diagonal score lines. Grab my bone folder here. And then these guys are gonna get folded up. Almost looks like a little hat, right? So that's how these guys are gonna look, okay? And then same on this side. Back on the corners and then up. So it looks like this. These guys are gonna fold in at that closest score line and then out. Okay, and then in and then out. All right, now once you've done that, you need a very strong adhesive. I'm going to use tear and tape adhesive. And we're going to add adhesive to our tabs. I love tear and tape adhesive because it's super strong and it's so easy to tear. You can just tear a chunk off and use it that way. So I'm gonna grab my take your pick tool and remove the backing, and I'm gonna add a little bit more adhesive on this one just because this piece wasn't long enough. Okay, you could also use Stampin' Seal Plus on here if you wanted to, probably get away with that. But I just love this adhesive for box making. To me, in my head, it's stronger. It may not be, I have no idea. I've not scientifically tested this, but that's how I feel about it. All right, so then we're just gonna bring these tabs up and glue them to the edges. Okay. All right, here's where I'm going to show you, before we go any further, I'm going to show you the difference between a box and a card. So if you fold these back, when the edges go in, you've got a card. You do want to take your bone folder and go over everything. Help crease your score lines down, okay? If you fold over instead of out, you have a box. Isn't that clever? And let me show you what a finished box looks like at the end of this video. So stick around so you can see that because it's really cute. Okay, so here's your basic fold. And remember, as I'm making this, if you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, please chat them in. I will go back and answer them when we're done. Let's just decorate this real quick so you guys can see it all come together. So these go, you know what, that's upside down, I can tell. Well, maybe it wasn't. It seemed like a bunch of the candy canes were upside down the other way. And this is using the Sweetest Christmas Designer Series paper. I love this paper. It is so cute. Very traditional Christmas colors. And I don't know if I said at the beginning, this is Sweet Sorbet cardstock. So now we're just gonna set that aside and we're gonna do our little bit of stamping. So I have a die cut. This is from the candy cane bundle. So this is the bundle that I chose to use for this card. And we're going to stamp our sentiment. I wanna show you kind of how the belly band goes together here. And I did, oh, that's pretty good. I did do this twice because I thought, ooh, I might get this on here crooked. I think that one's just a smidge better. Okay, so I'm using Sweet Sorbet ink for that. You know, we're just gonna keep going. I've got these already set up in my Stamparatus and I'm just gonna ink them up. And I'm using them in my Stamparatus because they are a solid image and I really want a nice finished product. So the Stamparatus is $49. It is a stamp positioning tool from Stampin' Up. There's other stamp positioning tools on the market. This is not the only one. I do have a Misty from way back when a Misty was the first one around. If that's one that you have, this will work the same with that. I do love my Stamparatus. Okay, so I got nice, I think I need to re-ink my Sweet Sorbet. And for those of you who may have joined us a little bit late, I do want to just remind you there is a free project sheet over on my blog to make this card. So you can hop over there and get that. The link is in the description below this video. Okay, so then let's grab our candy cane die cuts. And we're gonna cut this out. I'm doing them smaller just so that I can use my mini here instead of the Big Daddy. A girl needs options, you know? So we got the mini. One of the things I love about making YouTube videos for you guys is I get so many cards finished and made for holidays and stuff. Like these two cards I'm gonna be able to use to give gift cards. I'm gonna use them to give gift cards and I'll write a little sweet note to put on the inside. But the fun thing about this is because I'm not writing on the card, the person I give this to could reuse it the following year, right? They could put their own gift card in it with a note and reuse it the following year. And I'll probably include a note that says that. Like, don't throw this away, save it, and use it to give a gift card to somebody in your life. So, and I know, you know, my mom has strong feelings about giving gift cards for Christmas. Money or gift cards, she does not like that at all. She says it's impersonal and that we should put, you know, thought and love into gifts for Christmas and stuff. And I do agree with her. However, there's some, you know, like teenage kids, they can just be hard to get stuff for. And I am at the stage in life where a lot of my family and friends are have teenage kids or preteens. So they are hard to buy for. All right, let's make our belly band. Now, if you wanted to make pop-up inserts, you would need a 1/2 inch by 4.5 inch piece of cardstock, and you'll score it. There's a scoring, I think I put the scoring information on the project sheet. And then these will just fold up inside here, and when you open it up, they will pop up, obviously. So I'm not doing that today, but that is an option. Okay, I've got my belly band piece, which is cut at 1.5 by 9.5. What I suggest is whatever you're going to put in this. So if you're gonna put a couple pieces of candy in it, you're probably gonna need to cut your belly band accordingly and fold it accordingly. So I suggest hold your card down, fold your belly band around it, kind of not too snug, and then kind of pinch and crease, okay? Because there's nothing worse. Listen, if I give you measurements to score this belly band at a certain measurement, you're gonna be a lunatic because it will drive you crazy. It's not gonna fit right. There's something about, you know, every card is not created the same. You can think that you're scoring exactly the same every single time, and it will be off a little bit. So the best thing to do is to wrap your card so that your belly band is customized size-wise to this card. Does that make sense? So I hope that makes sense. So that's how I like to do my belly bands. Now we're gonna cover it up. So we're gonna start with gluing our candy canes down. One on each side, crisscross, going opposite. And then we're gonna take our ribbon. This is the glitter organdy ribbon. Organdy? I'm not sure how to say that. I'm sure it's a potato thing. And then we're going to leave a little bit on this side. This has to be the long side because this is gonna wrap around the card and do a bow. And then we are going to use Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of here. Add it right over the candy canes. And then I like to pull the candy canes forward so that the top of the candy cane is kind of over the sentiment. And then you'll wrap this around, bring it around the side, and then we're gonna tie it in a bow over here. Oh gosh. We got a lot of stuff in the way, don't we? Okay. Alrighty, and then we gotta finagle the bow to make it look presentable. We're gonna do our best. This ribbon is not the easiest to work with when it comes to like making bows, but it's manageable. You can do it, you just have to have a little bit of patience. and you have to not be a perfectionist like I can sometimes be. We're gonna call it good. And then there you have it. You have your finished card. Speaking of cards that I make, I do have some handmade cards for sale over on my website. They're in packs of 10 for $30. If you go to LUVLY.com, there's a link below the video, LUVLY.com, click on supplies and then go down to handmade cards. You'll find them there. There's a few packs left. I've sold a bunch of them, but there's some packs left. So you can get those, some handmade cards from me there too. Okay, we made it all the way through. Let me show you the other goodies I've got for you because they're so fun. So here is another version of the exact same card. This one uses the Lighthouse bundle, and this has the little pop outs where I have scored it. Okay, so these go like this. So you can put these in here and the stuff will pop up in the center, okay? It's just not, I know you can do that, but that was just not, I wasn't interested in that because I want to put gifts and goodies in these. So there's your Lighthouse one, which I think is so beautiful. Turned out really nice. Fits perfectly. The Lighthouse fits perfectly. Your light shines brighter than you know. So I thought this would be fun. Like you could give this as a thank you card. You could give it as a graduation card, a congratulations card, lots of different things there. And then here's the box. I made this during my paper party this last weekend. So this just slides off and ta-da, you've got your box, which you can put all kinds of goodies in. Now for the box, I used an 8.5 by 11 inch paper and I cut off that 1 inch off because you need 8 by 10 or 8.5 by 10. So this is the 1 inch strip. So making this box literally used 1 sheet of cardstock. I mean, that doesn't include the decorations, but the box itself and the belly band was 1 sheet of cardstock. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, so those are my projects for today. All right. At this point in the video, if you are done, you've gotten the tutorial, that's fine. There's a link below the video where you can go pick up my tutorial. And if you want to stick around for some chit chat time, then we are going to go through the comments and answer any questions anybody might have. Excuse me. Hello in Iowa, Pennsylvania, Louisiana, Tennessee. Hi, Cindy, Denise, Katrina, Heather, Darlene, and I know Darlene is in Hawaii. Hello, hi, Patty, Glenda, Jamie, Wichita, Kansas. Love the versatility. Isn't it fun? And here's the, if you guys want to take a quick photo of your screen, I'll lay that there for you for a minute. Germany, hello. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Thumbs ups. I really appreciate the thumbs ups, the shares, all of those things. So nice of you. Thanks, guys. Okay, I don't see any questions coming in, so I'm gonna let you guys go, wrap this one up, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I hope you make one of these. If you do make one, I would love it if you shared it with me. You can either post it on social media and tag me in it, or you can email it to me, whatever you would like to do, but I would love to see what you make. And if you need any of the supplies that I used today, I would appreciate it always if you purchase them from me in my online store. Links for everything are below the video, so you can always go there to access anything you need for purchasing or getting your free project sheets or any of that. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.